What's up, y'all? It's KB. I love movies. It's officially spooky season, and in the past, I have done conversations with horror fans. Last year, I did 31 conversations in 31 days. Not doing that again. So, what am I going to do this year for spooky season? Stay tuned and find out. Welcome to October and another month of spooky season challenges for me. This year, I decided to reach out to fellow horror fans and ask them to send me a double feature that I could focus on every day of the month and just come up with creepy and horror movies that I could watch and it goes well together. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be reviewing 2 movies every day, and you know me, I still got to have the conversation somewhere in there. So I'm also going to have people coming on to discuss their double feature that they recommend, as well as take them through the normal 5 takes and all that good stuff. So at least once a week, there will be an episode of the conversation. Today, we're going to start off with my friend Allie, and she's been asking me to watch Jennifer's Body for the longest time, as well as an Australian film from 2000 called The Loved Ones. From 2009, Jennifer's Body is a dark comedy horror movie directed by Karen Kusama and, more importantly, written by Diablo Cody, probably best known for Juno and this year's Lisa Frankenstein. And she also low-key co-directed 2013's Evil Dead. It's about a high school girl who becomes possessed by a demon and decides to take it out on her male counterparts. After that, it's up to her friend, played by Amanda Siegfried, to kind of notice the changes and try to stop her. As far as a review, my bad. I should have watched this a long time ago. The writing is witty and it possesses a righteous level of feminism that I enjoyed. I had a different idea about this one, and I didn't realize it'd be like such a brand of humor that was in there, which made it cute, kind of like in a cult classic sort of way. And I could easily see myself watching this again and again over years. Kind of like Tucker and Dale. Megan Fox in the leading role plays into the objectifying of the hot girl and kind of toys with it in a coy way, especially, when she's possessed, and it's all to get her way. But when you get to know her character, you realize her true person, and it makes it special. And Siegfried's character brings that out and gives the character a depth that way, because who knows you better than you bestie? The Loved Ones is an Australian kind of horror thriller movie directed by Sean Byrne. This is his feature directorial debut. It's about this guy played by Xavier Samuel, and he declines this girl who asks him out to the prom. Yeah, she's shy and she's quiet, and he goes on to regret that decision. I'll just leave it at that. This is a movie that kind of invokes that torture porn subgenre, and it had me a lot of times it doesn't let up. Even when, most of the movies that you see, you reach that point, you expect it to let up on the typical movie tropes of the type. This one does not. And for that, it makes it really freakish, brutal in a way. But with that said, it ironically still had a little bit of a sense of humor in there. The girl who plays Lola, her name is Robin McLeavy, really captures the deranged and psychotic elements of the character really well. Some of the subplots were not necessary, and they are not fully fleshed out, and you are left thinking, why did they have to be there? But it still made for a memorable film. I know I was thinking about this days after it was done. Double feature similarities here. Dark female lead characters, and they're wielding their power over guys. In one case, supernaturally with Jennifer's Body, and in the other case, it's kind of like psychologically, but both by force. So there's a similarity. Another one, I would say there's elements of rejection and obsession in both the plots, and it shows how these girls deal with being overlooked or ignored or betrayed. And in both results, but different scenarios, it just ends up not being good and very scary. It also shows the results of trauma and violence and how the two female characters choose to deal with it in similar but different ways. So that's it for day one of Spooky Season Double Feature here. Tomorrow we will have Jordana from Pretty Killer Podcast for a conversation. And if you ever checked out the conversation, you know what it's like. But if you haven't, check out this one.